Use sea soap to feel your wild oats. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Hey, day 1005 of our What's She Up To Now. I guess this is just the place where I document my journey from the offline brick and mortar real world of business to the online world of business. And I do that to keep track of what I'm doing and to keep track of what I've done, what's worked, what hasn't worked, and share that with you in case you want to try something that I did and it was an epic failure, so that you can skip the mistakes I made on that and succeed at it, and then let me know and show me up and say, oh my God, Sharon, you're crazy about that webinar thing. It is awesome. So doing that, but right now I'm doing challenges. Been doing challenges for decades and love sharing them online. Get Up and Go challenge today was about the sea soap, and I'm using the soap framework. I teach a framework called the soap framework, which seems to be perfect during COVID-19, about how to guarantee that you're going to have a better result after a challenge if you use the soap framework than before you had that challenge, before you had that experience. Usually negative experiences are the ones that we consider challenges. Other one, positive experiences we often chalk up to luck, good fortune, opportunity, whatever. But negative things that happen to us, like COVID-19, we call it a challenge or an obstacle or a roadblock or a setback or whatever. We get to decide what we're going to call and name everything. So today, Get Up and Go challenge was about contribution. There's 7 areas and aspects of our life we need to consider whenever we are consciously thinking about our life, right? And whether we're thinking about these things or not, there are areas of our life that are always being impacted and affected. Our physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial health, our relationships with other people, and our contribution. And today's sea soap was about applying the soap framework to the area of contribution. And I gave a couple of examples of how we could do that. One about donating to charities, and one about my overall big picture vision of what it is I want to create in my life. My motto, my mantra, my battle cry, as my son-in-law would call it, what that is. And I shared that mine has been for about 10 years now: be loving, love being, be you. It's been it for a long time, and I forget sometimes, but I make a concerted effort to try to live by that each and every day and help other people to do the same. So that today's was all about contribution. And to me, contribution is, how am I impacting people outside of myself? You know, life is about our life and our experiences here, but it's also about how am I interacting and engaging with the world beyond my skin suit, right? So we were talking about that today in the Get Up and Go challenge. Fun challenge today was about books, and I'd like to dedicate that to Avril Beckford, because she has really helped me and given me a whole new perspective on how to consume books, which is really, really helpful given my vision is the pits, and I need all the help I can get in certain areas and aspects of my life. I've been a reader my whole life. Since about 4th grade, I decided I liked reading and I was going to like reading. Prior to that, not so much. But I decided I was going to be a reader, and I've read ever since then. I've loved reading and consuming books. So it was about books and how we read and how we consume them. You know, some books are meant to be just like flirted with and looked at and just tasted. Other books are meant to be swallowed and consumed. And the third type of books are meant to be devoured and consumed and really become a part of us. And I would say only about 1% of the books that I've ever read, even if it's 1%, it would be that small percentage that I actually devour and consume and really make a part of my being and my existence. So that was a fun one today. It's the longest fun challenge I've ever done. I think the nearest one was like 3 minutes. This one was a little over 4 minutes, and that's really unusual for the fun challenge, because that's my wake up my voice challenge. Now, it's interesting, our not sow your wild oats. See, I'm doing it again. Feel your oats was today's idiom. Now, I did sow your wild oats like over 150 days ago, and I accidentally said on my practice run through on my profile page, sow your wild oats, and sow your oats instead of feel your oats. And they are pretty different, right? They're different. One is about, sow your oats is about going out and having fun and adventure. Feel your oats is about tapping into and feeling the energy and the excitement about whatever it is that you're experiencing right now. So one is I guess they mean similar things, but they also mean different things. And so I was kicking myself that I said the wrong thing, because I had looked up when did I do Sow Your Wild Oats. I looked in the book and I'm like, oh yeah, I did that like day 460 or something, and today was day 605, I believe. Yep, 605. So it's been a long time, and since I looked that up last as I was talking, I said that, which is why I do that particular video, is because I know I'm going to make mistakes and I want to practice. I want to trip over my tongue live and in person on my Facebook profile page instead of in my group, which is really funny, right? So if I think I don't care about what people think of me, obviously I do, at least a little bit. I think we all do. I think it's inherent in our nature to, I like to think that I don't give a rat's patootie, but I obviously do, or I wouldn't be talking about that I made that mistake, right? But I want to say I made that mistake, but does it really matter? No. So could I have gone back and reshot that video and redone it and not shared the first one? Yes, I absolutely positively could have. Did I? No. And I did it intentionally. Why? Because by not shooting it, and if anyone comments or says anything, will I be a little bit tweaked and embarrassed and be like, oh my God, yeah, I screwed up. I did the wrong video. I said the wrong thing because my brain was thinking something and I had typed a different thing. I typed the right one in the title, but I said the wrong thing in the video. And is that the end of the world? No, none of this is the end of the world. Would it be the end of the world if I didn't share an idiom every day? Yeah. No. I mean, no, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't matter to anyone, but it would matter to me because it's fun for me, and it's a personal development tool for me, and it's a way to share and look at things differently. So often we get into a fixed state where we see with tunnel vision. All of us see with tunnel vision, right? We only see the things that our subconscious and our brain tell us are important for us to see. We totally ignore the rest, unless there's like a car accident or something out of the ordinary that gets our attention. Social media is like really good at that. News and media and TV shows and stations are super good at that, stopping us in our tracks and doing things to get our attention. But what we want to do is we want to take that power back and pay attention to the things that we want to pay attention to, but also broaden that so we're not locked into tunnel vision and we can only see what other people want us to see. We don't want that to happen. So that was the big faux pas today. It's like, okay, I'm sure that's not the biggest thing I'll screw up today, so that's all right. So that was, I noticed it as soon as I pushed the button to save it that I had done that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I said sow your wild oats. And so, because it starts to play back before you hit share. And I was like, oh, well, I said the wrong thing. I don't think anyone's going to shoot me over it. I think I'll be okay. So we got the fun challenge. We got Supersize Your Business. We've got the Get Up and Go challenge. I am participating in a couple of masterminds and projects, and I have missed several things for the last month or so about one of the mastermind groups that I'm in about branding. Obviously, I haven't been applying the things that I'm learning or that I learned, and so other priorities have taken precedence, like the challenge and things, and helping people that I'm committed to helping. So I need to hop back on that. There's a call, I think, today. I'm hoping it's today and not tonight. If it's tonight, that might be why I'm missing it. When they change the times up, it just messes with my schedule, and I already have commitments in those blocks of times that are then changed. So, you know, I'm doing it with a friend, and so I like to participate, but if I can't, it's not a huge thing and a huge commitment that I've made and said, I'm going to do this no matter what. When I commit to something, I'm going to do it no matter what. But I committed, and I went through all the material that she's got and gave feedback on that. And if I can participate in the live stuff, I do. If I can't because I've got other commitments, then that's my priority. The things I commit to are my priorities. And that's been a long time coming, but it's really important to me, especially in the online world, because we're so easily distracted with all of the shiny objects that are in front of us all the time and are presented in very compelling ways, right? I will say one thing about social media and the online world that is different than the offline world is the distractions are manufactured to be so powerful and so compelling to us that it's hard to resist and say no. So that's what I'm working on today. Go out, have an absolutely awesome day. If I can help you or answer any questions about the offline world, the online world, details about anything or any aspect that you might think or you're just struggling with, I might not know the answer, but I can help hook you up with somebody that does. All right, have a great day. Catch you tomorrow.